how can you tell if you're a victim of some form of bias, say in an interview or before you even get to the interview? It's one of these things that often we tell ourselves, but how can you tell if you're in fact in that situation? What are some of the signs that you've noticed in your career, both as a lawyer but also as a strategist?
Well, I think that's a great question. And, I'll give a nice lawyerly answer, which is it depends. Because, I think that in terms of being discriminated against or any form of bias that is kind of inflicted upon any of us, it's hard to tell.
Mhm.
So people will go, for example, in the ExecuNet groups that we do and talk to members, they'll say, "Oh, I haven't heard back. My resume's fallen into a black hole, and I don't know what happened. It's probably because I'm 53."
Mhm.
Right? So, that's a valid concern, but I think that it's hard to tell if you're not on the other side of that, knowing what's in the mind of someone else. So we don't know what's in the mind of someone else. I think that what we can change, coach around, and engage with folks about is how do you react to what's going on with you, and how do you create the circumstance where this isn't going to occur. So if you showed up at an interview or was part of a phone screen and said things like, "Oh, I've got shoes older than you," like that's not going to bode well with the person who's on the receiving end of that. I mean, I had, we do these wonderful resume reviews talking with people about their collateral. And, I had a fellow who happened to be an African American guy say to me, "I don't have a picture on LinkedIn because I feel like people will discriminate against me based on the fact that I'm African American." And I said, "Well, then how will you show up at the company?" Right? Because you're going to have to show up in the space being who you are, being 31 and too young, or being 73. So, I mean, so the idea again is to create the circumstance where you can be successful. Is it a company that's looking for somebody with my breadth of experience? Do I have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to move forward in the career? And most importantly, am I showcasing those things in a way that's appropriate?
Right.
Am I showcasing that through, a resume that is working well for me, that leverages your skills and abilities? So it's kind of what are you pushing out there?